Yes, our dear students of Form 3 Fine Art class, I welcome you to this lesson of art, specifically studio technology. This is your teacher, Asaba Fred, and I'm going to take you through a topic in studio technology, which is ornaments and jewelry. One may ask, what is jewelry and what is ornament? We can say ornaments are the elegant decorations used for embellishing our bodies or decoration of surfaces, objects, to make them appear more attractive. Likewise, jewelry is another term that is used to refer to ornaments worn by human for personal ornament. We can now look at the materials used in ornaments and jewelry. You must have seen very many of them, but for study purpose, we can go ahead and mention some few. Beads, one of the most common, thin metallic wires, precious stones, strings, are some of the basic materials that are used for ornamentation and jewelry. Beads do exist in different colors, in different sizes. Some are natural, some are made from different materials. Beads can be made from papers. Beads can also be made from plastic, can be made from bones, stones, horns, cowrie shells, and some other materials that are artificial. Let us look at the functions of ornaments and jewelry. There are a number of functions where these ones can serve. You would make research, I know you'll find very many, but allow me to mention some of these ones. Ornaments or jewelry can be used to enhance the appearance of a person. For example, jewelry worn by the bride and their hair pieces make them look very attractive and very beautiful. Remember, that is their special day. Jewelry can also be used to enhance the appearance of an object, to make it look more attractive. Ornaments are used as a status symbol, especially among the royals and the rich. If you have seen most of the Nigerian movies and some movies, you find that main characters, the way they decorate themselves with ornaments. Ornaments are used as articles of faith, crucifixions, antiquities, rosaries, and other spiritual aspects. You may find that these ones are very key when it comes from the religious point of view. We can say ornamentation can also be used to enhance the economic value of a garment. So when you look at some of the garments that are worn by our mothers, you find that some are decorated with ornaments, and this one gives them an economic value. For sure, if you look at the one which is decorated and the one which is not, you find that the one which is decorated is a bit more expensive compared to the one which is not. Ornaments are used also by military as medals to decorate those that have got high ranks. Okay, if you are very careful, you must have seen army men with some bit of decoration. That one also can give you the status of how they serve in the army. Ornaments are used as costumes by people performing in theaters, in plays, in dancing. They are very useful here. So when you are asked how ornaments and jewelry function from the artistic point of view, please don't forget to mention what we have discussed and some others that you'll discover when you make research. So designing of ornaments. There are many factors that determine the designing of an ornament or decoration or a jewelry. To mention a few, the kind of function where it is going to be used, the style, the material available, the tools to be used, the techniques to be used. This one determine is a determining factor when it comes to designing an ornament. Let's just look at how functions determine the design. Function is a key factor to be considered when designing or making an ornament. For instance, you have to know, is it for ritual, social, ceremonial? Is it for political reason? Is it for religious reason? Here you have to know, such that now this one can be a standing factor to determine an artist when you are designing. So don't forget, for examination purpose, don't forget to take this factor as very important. A particular function of an ornament will determine other factors like tools to be used, techniques, styles, and material to be used. It will also determine the shape and size of an ornament will take. This is a continuation. Another factor we have seen, style is also one other factor that determines the designing of what? Of an ornament. Yeah, the style, the function of an ornament will determine its style, the style of ornament, but its function will determine the type of material to be used. So the style here is very, very important. The available material or the material that are required also determine the design. Materials are so many that can be used for an ornament, but its function will determine the type of material to be used. Let us look at tools. How do tools also determine the what? The design of an ornament. Since the function of a piece determines the type of material to be used, some material requires specific type of tools. For instance, metallic ornaments will require various types of tools, more so the tools that can cut, the ones that can alter and form a metal into the desired shape, size. So here the tools also are very key when it comes to designing an ornament. The technique, artists, when you talk about techniques, this is a way the approach that you decide to take to get to the known final product. There are so many techniques used in making ornaments, but the function, style, and material to be used will determine the suitable technique. So when you are choosing a technique to take, you look at the style, which style do I need, which material is available, such that now when you are choosing your technique, you choose the most suitable technique to follow. All the factors are dependent on each other in the process of designing and making an ornament. Techniques of making ornaments. Ornament designs covers a variety of things, i.e. personal ornaments, decorative ornaments, effect on completed objects, aesthetic objects which are meant to be viewed rather than worn or used. A sketchbook should be kept in which all sorts of interesting ideas and useful shapes can be sketched and developed for ornaments. This is where we always, as art teachers, we always encourage our students to always have sketchbooks. You come approach a very good shape, a very good design, and you need to have a record of it. One of the technique is beadwork technique. We can say we can take the beadwork techniques where beads are the main material. But this one also has got different types. So under beadwork techniques, let us see the strung beadwork. This is the one, the simplest technique of making ornaments using beads. Strong beads such as sisal, nylon strings, Holfen, fish line are used in string beads. A slip knot is used to prevent the beads from slipping out. Students, I want now to call your attention to the few illustrations that we have. When we talk about the beads and the string, this is most of the above illustration is one of them that we can put across for our students to see and get the picture. Different sizes of beads can be used and different length of strings can be made. A number of colors can be used to make interesting necklaces, waist beads, and for ornamenting various objects. So you can see beads are in different shapes. When you look at the illustration below, they are in different shapes, different colors, and different sizes. So this one tells you how we can use different variety of beads in order to come out with a very good piece of work. Let us look at the process or stages of strung bead necklace making. Students, you know most craft work has got stages. Likewise, this one also has got stages. Stage 1, design the necklace. Sketch, draw it on paper and color it very well. Try to make sure that at least you color it in the colors that you'd wish the final piece to have. Select the type of beads to be used and all the necessary material and tools. Here we talk about the process, but in the process we also have the material, and the material also goes with tools, suitable tools that can appropriately work onto the chosen or the material that you choose to use. Use strong threads like nylon, fishing line, or metallic thin wires. Make a slip knot at one of the thread to prevent the beads from slipping out, and wax the other end of the thread to make it easier for the bead to move during the process of making. So this is what I told you, that this kind of lesson may not bring out all that is required when it comes to the practical bits of teaching, but this one we call upon our students to make sure that they come up with some material and practice, and also make research to find out more about this topic. As we continue, strings and beads. Stringing the bead by slipping the wax end to the thread through the bead according to the design and the color in the sketch until the desired length is got. You keep compiling at an interval of color, space, and size depending on how the design you have sketched look like. After completing the bead, release the slip knot and join two ends using the suitable knot. After that, the necklace is ready. The necklace is ready to be worn or to be sold. We are using these illustrations here now to show you the length, the color, the shape, the varying shapes, sizes. The above one in blue can best explain what we have just demonstrated. When to come to a knot or several knots are interpreted, all made between a single or group of beads to form an unusual string of beads to make a necklace, all for ornamenting the other surface. When you look at the picture, the illustration below, it is a stage, but it demonstrates how the stages through which someone can go when he's making some of these ornaments. Process of strung or knotted necklace. We can see stage number 1, select the beads, to be used and collect all other necessary material and tools. Okay, these are the stages. Make a slip knot at the beginning of the thread to prevent the beads from slipping out, and wax the other end of the bead to make it easy to pass it through the beads. Okay, the string and the beads or thread the beads, make an attractive knot, all knots between each bead, all after every group of beads. It depends. Your interval may be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 bead, 2 beads, then a knot. Okay, or it can be 2 beads, a knot, or 3 beads, a knot, depending on the design that you desire to make. When the desired length of a necklace has been made, release the slip knot at the beginning and knot the two ends of together to form the finished piece. Okay, students, this one desires you to make it practically, not to just depend on the explanation here. I know when you try, you're going to come out with several other sketches and you're going to come up with several other styles and methods of coming up. But now for academic purpose and for record purpose, this is explanation is very, very important. Now at this stage, allow me to give you some guiding questions that will help you to answer and also practically to see what we are trying to explain if you make research. Question number 1. State and explain the factors to be considered before making any type of ornament. Question number 2. Explain the process of making a strung beaded waistband. List the materials necessary for making an ornament. So students, when you answer these questions and try them, and also make research about the ornaments and jewelry, you're going to find that you're going to equip yourself with enough information that will help you when it comes to us doing our paper. For more information, I want to call your attention to the link as it is provided here. And students, for sure, if you want to inquire more, you can contact us on the contacts that are given to you here in this lesson on the screen as you see. I want to thank you for following this lesson, and I want to wish you the best. Please stay safe and mind your life. Thank you. Bye-bye.